Hi, we
Yay.
are live. We are back. You can't keep us away.
Oh my gosh, technology sure tried.
Apparently, I'm not sure, but if you guys if you're tuning into this and you come back later, we were suspended off of the talk of the ticks, and
Yeah,
so
TikTok.
so when we try to go live, it's not letting us. But we are here, baby. We're here, ready to
Mm-hmm.
go.
Made it. I was worrisome there for a second.
Yeah.
Sorry
Okay.
for the delay, technology.
Good. Okay. Um. All right. Well, we're back in weekly, and so if you're new here, my name is Jenna.
Well,
And
my name is Angela.
yeah, and so welcome to Spirit Guides After Dark here, where we are going to be channeling all amazing things, your questions on sex, intimacy, pleasure, and any spiritual connection, anything there that you feel guided to asking that's on your heart. Yeah. You want to share a little bit about yourself?
Yeah. So I am a channeler. I'm a dream interpreter. I'm an energy healer. I am a spirit guide channeler. What else do I do? Um, yeah, I do all of those things and I absolutely love them. Just this work period, it's really hard to put labels on what I do and what we do because it's always changing. My best summarization is it's a clear connection to interdimensional beings in spirit. At least as clear as I can make it. But it is just the best and the brightest and the most wonderful gift to be able to tap into spirit and share with others. And my greatest hope is helping others tap into spirit and hear it for themselves because everybody does it. They just don't realize they're doing it and they call it different things. Like everybody does what we do.
Everyone
Um,
does.
they channel in different ways. Michael Jordan channels basketball.
Mhm.
That's channeling. Divine inspiration, slam dunk. Hockey players channel. Anybody with that great inspiration, that great gift, that great art, all channeling, just different ways of looking at it. So I just would like everybody to understand how absolutely awesome you all are and that you have something to share with everybody and you all have this divine gift. It just comes out in different ways. So
Yeah.
rise up, y'all. Rise up, take your place. You
Yes.
belong in the sunshine.
Yes. I love that. And I love how you're sharing like everyone's got these abilities. So I'll kind of share who I am and what I do. And so my name is Jenna, as you're kind of coming in there. And I'm a channeler. I'd say, kind of teacher of light. I feel like we're all teachers and students, and I connect in with channeling through my higher self, my true self. I work with a lot of galactic energy incorporated in modalities and healing that I do. I work with Akashic enlightenment, working with your souls, everything your soul has experienced. And I've been saying this lately, with someone with a goddess with some galactic flair. So just
I like it.
a lot of bit of some galactic flair there. So I love what I do, and we are doing this. We have this podcast, and we're doing the lives weekly. So come join us live. Come hit the like, share, and subscribe. And our podcast is Erotic Spirit Podcast, with episodes coming in live again in February. But lots of episodes that you can binge on all kinds of topics there. Right. So
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah. But I feel like the container, starting to set this container here, starting to and I saw this last week too with just the angels kind of come in, and they were already there.
Mm-hmm.
angelics, but I see them actually like I see them moving in forward, more forward in my mind's eye or in my vision, where just starting to see this space and this even like really, it's really interesting. I'm even seeing this like saging going on, and it's just this representation of intention and clarity and how we want to move forward, meaning like as a collective. So just setting this intention for the container today, and asking anyone who comes in later or rewatches this later now to send a telepathic yes that you are open to receiving whatever that may be, whether that's healing energies or the message, and just being really present and knowing if whatever doesn't resonate with you is not for you, and then whatever does, allow yourself to use that information and ground that and anchor that in with action that feels good. So I see this clearing and cleansing energy just softening in and moving forward there. Yeah. Oh, good evening. I just see got some
Good
people.
evening, Dawn.
Yeah, it's really interesting because I don't actually know who's watching because that's not working. Because apparently the number up there does not represent even just, yeah. So that's really interesting. Thank you for letting us know that this is being tuned in there. So hello there.
Yeah, there's been technology issues tonight. Lots of technology issues. So
Mm,
I'm just happy we're on here.
yeah, they can't keep up.
What's up? And you know what? I don't know if anybody else is feeling this right now. There's been a wave of energy coming through to this planet and to humanity over the past, I would say, 3 to 5 days that has been just a tidal wave and just powerful energy. My feeling of it, it's been like riding a wave, but every time I tune into the messages, the guides are just absolutely freaking giddy. And the guides and the beings coming in are just massive. And I don't know who they are, except they're part of this brotherhood of light. But they're coming through and like tapping on my door. And the message is, we've done it. You're here. Like, we're at critical mass. There is something that has, with the energy of humanity, that we've done right. And it's critical mass. And when I ask what that meant, it's that we have reached a point where humanity is starting to see itself as a whole, as in fewer, like no divide when it comes to nationality or sex or anything, all of those lines. And I find it interesting that this strong message is coming through at a time where, especially in our country, everybody's whipped up about ICE and there's so much divisiveness present right now. But it's coming. It's huge. And they keep showing me people connecting with each other energetically and those barriers disappearing. So what does that look like? People being able to feel other people's emotions, more telepathy coming online, more people that have never done this type of stuff or familiar with it coming online. So that understanding. And you watch movies and like the aliens come in and all of a sudden humanity, it doesn't care what color you are. Everybody is like, we are one united front against this. It's that kind of feeling without the fear and terror. It's that we are all one and we are together and there's no escaping it. It is here. It is happening. So they've been pushing at me to share that. And that's part of this sexual energy too. So this is the energy that, like this energy of joining and connection and creativity. Sexuality is one sliver of that. Yeah. But this is the energy backing it. And it's making us all connect. like mushrooms. Mushrooms all connect under the soil and talk to each other. That's what's happening. It's like we are all mushrooms, and those invisible feelers that we didn't know we had are all starting to light up and connect. Like it is here, it is happening. Hold on to your pants because, like, boom.
I feel like you knocked on that one.
Holy, I just, this energy, it's been hitting me so hard. It's like work 12 hours in a nursing shift and then go work out in the gym for an hour or more because it's just, whoomp.
Yeah.
It is just here. I'm just so excited for everybody. I would like everybody to understand that all of this crazy crap that's going on right now is freaking temporary. Life, physicality takes a while to catch up to energy. So just like keep the faith, hang
Yes.
in there, feel the feels, feel the energy inside yourself and write it. Don't listen to the discord. You just hold that wholeness right here and write it. I asked about this energy in a channeling, and my guides were like, "Stop worrying about it. Just write it." I'm like a bronco, baby. Here we go. I'm riding it. Ah, I'm
Write
so
it.
excited for everyone.
And
Yes.
yeah, write it and write it. And I love pointing out if you're tuning in and you're like, right, the material world is not matching like what's being said. And things take time to catch up. Sometimes like on a like the message that was coming in is like an individual versus like collective, right? So you have like a collective energy versus like one person. And so I can just speak for like my own personal space in life. There's been a lot of like call for me to release things that are not aligned, and then once one thing started, it's like she's doing it, like all these other like things started like leaving or like calling attention to be like, okay, that's boundary, that's out, and so that happened very quickly. And so the energy is writing that, though. There's astrology. I'm not the astrology expert, but there's so many things we're shedding. We're at the end of the snake here. We're literally shedding, and it's a collective shedding too. So the material world is going to catch up. And so there's timelines coming in here, guys, too. So not to get into like so many specifics, but there are people that are tuning into like the quantum field, the energy field of where we know all that exists and all the possibilities exist. And they're tuning in, and they're having ways or things that have been cleared, and that's being anchored into the physical reality. So just set an intention on that love or what we vision to come in, and visualize that and focus on that and anchor that in and take actions on what we can do towards that. Like every person has their space in it, and some people that's going on lives talking about sexuality and
Mm-hmm.
spirituality, right? And healing. And
Mm-hmm.
some people that's shining your light really bright in the corporate world and being that undercover light worker, where you are a light worker, you're shining your light really bright in the corporate world where it is very much needed and it is seen. So they're all the pieces that we're doing now.
Yes. And it could be, it's just you not giving into despair when you watch the news and not giving into rage or going, oh, everything's just going all to hell. Like, stop it. Stop it. It's not. This is critical mass.
Mm-hmm.
This is sit and get quiet and go within. And so what else does this look like? It looks like having moments of just having everyday moments of sudden expansiveness,
Mm-hmm.
this feeling of just your energy moving outward, or this feeling of, what do I want to say, a touching or awareness coming to you that just feels big and you don't know where it's coming from, picking up on emotions that don't belong to you, picking up on knowledge that you just know, it just comes out of nowhere. You just all of a sudden know that something is true or know something isn't true.
Yeah.
Those things are going to start happening to people that aren't familiar with this kind of thing. It already is. I mean, we were at a party at a restaurant and the waitress was like, "Oh my gosh, you guys are talking like light workers. I just woke up to this." She's like, "It was like a switch flipped. I was so freaked out." This is happening. This is happening to your friends and coworkers and to yourself. I think most of the people tuning into us right now are light workers, but this is just they've been pushing at me to pass this on. This is a message of hope. Like, we have arrived. The world is catching up.
Yeah.
And when people are thinking, but these people have no empathy, they do horrible things to other people, we're watching these stories play out. That's going to change, because it's hard to hurt somebody when you feel their pain. It's hard for empathy to be waking up, but it is waking up for everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. There is no escape. It is here, it is coming, it is connection. And I'm being poked to share this story. It's actually another light worker story. And I heard her tell it, and it impacted me greatly. She's an amazing channel. She had a somewhat abusive marriage, and her ex had her pinned on the bed one day and was squeezing her throat. And she had been taught through her channel, love is all that matters. Love is all that there is. So she didn't fight. She went into a heart space of complete love, like she did in her meditations. And he let go of her and jumped off the bed. And he just went, "What did you do?"
Mm-hmm.
It absolutely repelled him in that moment. Ooh, shivers. Love is powerful. When you hold that vibration within yourself, it changes the energy around you. It repels lower vibrations. It's like oil in water. So within ourselves, when it comes to our sexuality, when it comes to those pieces of ourselves that we shove in the shadows, love is all that there is. It's all that matters. And that's what changes those things. So we do this podcast to create podcast. This isn't a podcast, it's a live. We do this live so that people will talk about their shadows, especially their sexual shadows, because this is a safe space to do it. It's a safe space to ask questions, and love is all there is. It's all that matters. So we're bringing love to this, and we're talking about these things because that's what changes them.
Yeah.
Condemning them, hiding them, doesn't do a thing. Love is all that matters. So bring the love, baby. If anybody has any questions out there, please feel free to ask. If you do not want people to see who you are, you can always put your question through our website, the Erotic Spirit Podcast website. Go to the top of the page and it says Spirit Guides After Dark. And if you click on there, you can ask your question, and it will be anonymous, and we'll address it this next time. So please, if nothing else, if we get you thinking about sex in a new way, thinking about energy in a new way, connecting with other people in a new way, it's just riding the energy right now. Write it. This energy too, if you have things in your life that do not serve you, they are going to come up in your face like you see in those movies where somebody's just walking along and they step on a rake and all of a sudden the rake handle is like whack. That's what this is going to be like. Those issues that you don't want to deal with, even if it's clutter around your house, whack. It's going to be all of a sudden you get a house leak and all that stuff you wouldn't let go of is now covered in water and you have no choice. Or relationship patterns or relationships period that you have been knowing are not for your highest good, but you just hang in there because it feels harder to change. that stuff's going to blow up in your face. It's going to, if you have anything blowing up in your life right now that feels intolerable, it's there so that you can clean it out and weed it out, because this energy is not tolerating that which does not serve you. It is requiring you to ditch it and let it go. So think about that. If you're in that space right now, if you feel like you're a frog in the boiling pot, look at what you're roasting in and understand what do I need to let go right now? What could I let go right now in this instant and my life would be easier? Those are the questions. That's the energy right now. It's time. It's time. I have been throwing stuff on Facebook, cleaning out my closet, addressing my own issues. And I mean, it's so liberating. And my heart goes out to you if you're having one of those rake handle in the face moments. But it just let it go, be the Disney princess. Let that crap go. It is time. That is the answer. Let stuff go. That is this energy at this time.
Yeah.
And then listen. If you're drawn to start doing things that you don't normally do, if all of a sudden you're like, I want a gym membership, or all of a sudden I go to the gym 7 days a week and I need to cut it back to 3 and I don't know why, roll with it. Just roll with it. There's a reason. Listen to those changes of pattern, those changes of heart. Yes.
Absolutely. Yes. Let it go. We are ending the snake shedding of the skin. Let it go so that we can see this new rising in. It's our time. It's our time. So I love it. And if you're tuning in and you have a question, drop it in, all things sex, intimacy, pleasure, spiritual connection. Drop it in. We're ready for you. If not, just let us know where you're tuning in from. Hit that like and share and subscribe. And I'm going to drop in, if you are ready, I'm going to drop in a question. Just a question that we came to before. So what does it mean to experience sexuality as sacred rather than shameful?
You answer first. They're nudging me. You go.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah. So starting with sexuality as sacred, or just even focusing on that energy of sacred, and sacred is going to mean something different to each and every person. And it is this reverence, this respect, this honor, this intention of consciousness and awareness of oneself, and not doing something because one believes that they should. One believes that if they don't, there will be a penalty, right? That's an unconscious fear. So with intention, as we become more aware, we can start to drop into what is our intention with our sexuality. Where do we want it to flow? What does it mean to us? Dropping in deeper into that heart, and being able to express that freely without feeling like there will be repercussions. And when that expression, whether that's through the throat, like I feel like there's a lot of clearing happening right now for the collective in the throat. And even interestingly enough, the tongue, there's like a numbness there. And so feeling that the expression of our sexuality, when we feel a desire, even if that is not to a person or a partner, because it doesn't need to be. Sexuality is one's individual character, what one what means to oneself and is not expressed through because of a partner. It's because of our connection to ourselves and to source and universe. So allowing ourselves to drop into the heart and even express that out into the material world, voicing that out to our home, creating a home with safety in it, knowing that our home will not uh, judge us, or even if or it allows us a safe space to speak and express, where we can drop into the safety of our lower chakras and see that we're safe in that expression, and we do not have anything to be ashamed of. Let me see if there's anything else there. Yeah, it feels like it's completing there, just a transmission, connecting in, clearing in that throat chakra there. Yeah, you go for it, Angela, if you have something coming in.
Mm-hmm. So the Pleiadians are here today. It's not the archangels this time, it's Pleiadians. The messages coming through are sacred sexuality is self-centered sexuality, and self-centered sexuality, authentic self. Shameful responses are based in the opinions and motivations and needs of others. Even if those needs have purpose, even if those needs meant safety at that time for you and the culture around you, all of that was done because other people needed it to be that way. When sexual energy becomes sacred, it's when we take that energy back from the needs and expectations of others and listen to what our soul says, what our desires are, what our needs are, and then honoring that in the best way that we know how. And that does not mean that you have to blow up the connections that you have, that you will not fit into your society. It simply means that you are taking back the energy and expectations of others. You are taking back your energy from those things and not allowing them to have power over you anymore. Even if you choose to follow them still, understanding it is choice. It is not have to or should to, or I will be damned if I don't. It's understanding that all of it is always a choice and nothing will ever damn you.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Yeah,
Questions. Who has questions? It's really funny. So it's really interesting that I sit here and everybody's guides are joining us today. So if you're watching, your guides are here and they are in with, I think of it like the green room. All the guides are together in the green room. They are here. So they're talking to each other and I can feel your questions through your guides. So I think it's hilarious. I'm like, I know you have questions. I can feel them. I can feel it coming through. So when the day comes that you feel like asking, or if you want to do it through our website, please feel free to do so. But I can feel your questions. I can feel
just politely calling you out. But you can send
I
it
can,
anonymously, or just kind of get to know us too, because
Mhm.
I feel like this is a still not sexuality is still not a topic that is really talked about a lot, and
Mm-mm.
even in the spiritual community. We're here, the spiritual community is, we I put like in quotes, like awake, right? But they're still like, I've had teachers or mentors that have like questioned and even kind of been like, oh, well, like maybe it should be more about like love and intimacy. And and there's no wrong way to approach, but the intention that I can say I have, I know I can't speak for you, Angela, is to bring the release around taboo around sex and sexuality. And it's a word, guys. It's a word that had some of these words are trauma, to like certain words are like just buzzwords or words that they won't like, let's not do that. Like on the Erotic Spirit podcast can be very triggering. And the truth is that there's a lot of healing and just having the conversation and just even like having an awareness to the fact that, oh, wait, I don't like that they're talking about sexuality and I'm spiritual and or there's something that I don't understand there. And so just bring that to your awareness. That's all it is no judgment on where we're at. Just light bulb. Okay. Like, what is it? What is it about that it feels a little different, unique, not for me? Maybe I think it shouldn't be talked about in the spiritual community, you might think. And anytime we don't talk about things, it's breeding through that suppression somewhere. There's some emotion attached to that suppressed thought, and that emotion is coming out somewhere else. It's coming up and popping out. And if we don't know what the emotion is, we don't know how it's going to come out. But if we know, we start to pull that out. We say, oh, like there's anger, right? There's anger attached to like the abuse that happened when I was younger. And maybe that's why I'm not, right, like speaking out on it. And so just becoming aware, that's the main goal here. And then there's lots of fun to it too.
It's amazing how triggering the word sex is when it comes to how social media algorithms work, where you're allowed to be. If you say sex, it plugs you into the adult entertainment industry.
Yeah.
And it's like that's not all that sex is. That's like one little slice. It's what we do to create life and have a good time and experience pleasure, experience extreme connection. But that word is so triggering. Again, we just experienced that with light workers in our own space,
Yeah.
masters in their own right. They're like, don't say the word sex, say intimacy or heart work. Or it's like, no, all of those things are part of it, but it's sex.
Yeah.
And we talk about it. Sex should not be a dirty word. It should not be something that's triggering. And if it is, we should just say it a lot more.
That's what that means.
People. It's like, it's okay. And there are so many things that are sexualized that really have no basis in the actual reality of sex. But I feel like the soul of sex has been massively abused because so many things are sexualized, trying to sell them because sex is a taboo. Or it's like, it reminds me of the guy on The Wizard of Oz, Behind the Curtain, all that smoke and bluster, about what's behind the curtain. That's what those commercials and stuff remind me of. Sexualized things, making things sexualized. It's abuse to the soul of sex. So it's just talk. We're just here talking, safe space to talk. Say the word sex, enjoy. Oh, we have a question.
Yeah, so this is I haven't seen any questions come in here yet. So here's one that kind of actually we're already talking about. We started to talk about how does unresolved emotional trauma show up in our sexual lives?
Every freaking where. That would be where it shows up. So our story, we started down this path. This is something I've always wanted to do because nobody talks about it. Being a teenager, was like, somebody should do something about this. And nobody channels about it. I open my heart. If you are a channel and you're willing, I'm not a sexual expert. Never have been. I rely on these answers that come through just like everyone else. I just do my best to be a good channel. And you know why I'm doing this? It's because I'm willing. Just be willing. But we got into this because we were having clients come to us And they were like, my foot won't heal. My abundance is blocked. I don't know why I can't get that job. I don't understand why I keep being in these relationships. And all this sexual trauma just like started coming out. That's why their abundance was blocked. It was because of their sexual trauma. That's why their body wouldn't heal. It was their sexual trauma. That's why they kept being in abusive relationships or attracting abusive people. It's that sexual trauma still stuck in their energy field. And I think what really infuriates me most and why I just want to jump up and down, I want to be like that guy on the street corner that's like, preaching with his sign and the microphone about Jesus. I want to do it about sex because it's the silence that keeps that stuff going. The silence is more abusive than the actual act. That is a proven fact. So it's opening up about it. It's talking about it and understanding how much it impacts everything. Everything.
Yes.
I lost you. Oh, there you are.
I've been here. I heard you the whole time. I love it. I love that. It's so, so true. And just to add on a layer here, like going into like our sexual lives too, and to anchor into that feeling there, I could speak from my own experience here. This message about it wants to come through on how disconnected I was from my body because of the unresolved trauma, emotional, physical trauma. And so being like disconnected, disassociated, there wouldn't be pleasure that would come from like that sexual, having that sexual intimacy with a partner. And so I did have a relationship at one point where there were a lot of times that things were going to end, and there's a lot of it due to the sexual intimacy, and I was disconnected and disassociated. So it's like, I don't want to be touched here. Nothing felt good. So there was such a disconnect. And when you start to release all that in the body, all these senses start to come online, which actually impact the rest of everything else that we do. We are like really present with all the other things. So there's so much impact that things that stay unresolved impact our lives in so many ways. And yeah, it's time to get in and do the work and be present and feel the pleasure and allow ourselves to feel it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely. So I have a question for you. Describe what disconnect from your body feels like.
Yeah.
What were your behaviors, your symptoms?
Yeah, so there would be, and just if this is just my experience too, so it's not like, end all be all, or if you like kind of feel one thing and be like, oh my gosh, I'm disassociating. Because the one thing that was coming through was like, I'd have other thoughts that are relative to like non-sexual things. And just if we ever have a thought that comes in that's not related, does not mean, sometimes, I get it. Like, I got a brain that is having a hard time to be present in the moment, but that does not mean that is like unresolved trauma. It's just like, maybe I needed a little bit more relaxed before I got into the act. But there were like just thoughts focused elsewhere. For me, I actually did not feel like I could not feel like touch in the body that I feel now. Like when I feel like I can feel the fingers going up the arm and just really start to tune into that area and feel all of that. And I would just feel the disconnect from that sense. I would also have experiences where I feel like I would actually pop out of my body. And it was like, kind of like, now that I look at it as like, looking at from like an outside perspective, not actually being in the body. It's like I would like see what's happening, and completely disassociate from any reality. So that was really interesting to kind of look back on at some point. And I know there was a lot of dysregulated system and PTSD and a lot of other things happening. But yeah, that was a huge part of it. and not able to, yeah, those are the big things that are coming in right now. Yeah. Yeah.
So talking about a dysregulated system, or being disconnected from the body and what that looks like. A lot of people live that way. We just don't realize it. That's why I think it's important to talk about. Being disconnected from the body or disassociating from the body doesn't necessarily mean you're popping out of your body,
Yeah.
or you're looking down on it.
Yeah.
It can mean all of a sudden you just don't care. Like one moment you are feeling passionately about something, and all of a sudden you just kind of go numb. You just don't care. It's a defense. So this feeling of being numb, a feeling of ignoring the body. So I call it the put your head down and soldier on syndrome, where it's like the I will just put my head down and keep going and just keep plowing through. Doesn't matter if I'm tired, doesn't matter if I'm hungry, doesn't matter, if I haven't slept, doesn't matter, doesn't matter, doesn't matter. You just keep going. So you learn to ignore your body. You learn to ignore your own pain. And it's dangerous. That's also a type of body dissociation. And it also, living like that, being caught up in the head. So overthinking, overanalyzing, that's all disassociating from the body. It's all being stuck up here in your thoughts, churning and churning and churning and going and going and going. I'm trying to think of other parts of dysregulation, depression, anxiety. Again, a lot of that can be churning and churning and churning and churning. Our minds get tired. We get overworked. Yeah, those are my, yeah.
And I want to add in like an option that has helped me that through my experience. Like sometimes we're just like, for me, it was all the time because I had unresolved trauma. But sometimes we have a busy day or we have something where it's just like it's stressful day and it's like hard kind of coming in. And so that's where more connection. I'll do some mindfulness techniques where I'll get in the body with all of the senses, and I will,
Mhm.
when my seeing, hearing, smelling, touching, tasting, get in, doing some easy breathing, 4, 4, 4, 4. So breathe in, hold the breath for 4, breathe out, hold for 4. Hold it, breathe out for 4, hold it for 4, breathe in for 4, hold it for 4. That cycle. And if you
Mhm.
do that, it'll just calm that nervous system down. And if the mind is going, 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 you get back into that body easier. And so, yeah, and then like starting slower too. With that connection. So if you have a partner or if you have like your own pleasure practice, like, and it's yourself, it's just moving slower, not saying, and I don't personally feel like it should ever be a race, right? Because then you're like not really enjoying, but slowing it down much, much more, communicating to a partner, like needing to go slower and enjoy things and connect, and being able to verbalize that can really help one to get in the body even more. So yeah.
I think for me, having a sensual practice as opposed to a sexual practice, sensual means just of the senses. It's
Yes.
doing things like touching your body in ways you don't normally do, touching places you normally don't consciously like pay attention to, like the crook of your elbow or the back of your heel or the top of your head, and focusing on that spot and touching it and feeling it. Or I notice for myself, when I'm trying to come back to myself, I automatically start like playing with my arms, start playing with my elbows. I start touching myself certain places without thought now. And I swear it's my body going, oh, there's a pressure point here. If we touch here, it will, help connect over here better. And I'll just find myself like playing with my ear or my lips. And I go, oh, wait, why am I doing that? I'm like, because it feels good. It feels good and it's bringing me back to myself. So I just roll with it. I had another mentor talk to me about children, especially autistic children. They would often walk around with their hand down their pants. And of course, their parents are mortified because their kids got their hand down their pants at school or at church, and they are doing that because they're tapping into that sacral energy and pushing it up to the top. They're trying to get their brain to click over. They are grounding in. It's how they are trying to ground themselves in and push their energy up. So kids do this naturally. I'm really proud and happy I'm doing that to myself. But it's understanding that, and that touch is so important for us, and not just from other people. It grounds us into our bodies. So like, give yourself a foot rub, play with your fingers, play with your hair, touch your lips. We are, I think, so afraid of sensuality as well as sexuality, and labeling it, and that has to be a certain way. It's not. It's these simple things, these very innocent, wonderful, joyful things.
But yes. Yes, yes, yes. I love how you brought up too about the kids like doing that and like that. It's just right. And there's like the behavior that is like taught to not do this, but there's a reason, right? There's like a reason that like they're in tune with that. So I really like you sharing that there. Okay, and then do we want to do one more? I have one more question I can pull up here, or what do we want to? I don't see any other questions in there. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Are we feeling like,
Yeah.
Okay. So one last question here. How do inherited beliefs, religion, or family patterns influence sexual expression?
Oh, that's a loaded question.
That's a lot.
That's
You pick
that's
one.
the box. No, well, yeah, that's the box. We were just talking about that. That's the message that came through. It's what's the difference between sacred sexuality and shameful sexuality? Religion and beliefs and family mold what we are allowed to do in the world. And there's really good reasons for that. We all have to be able to get along with each other. We all have to agree on certain things. It's understanding that all of those things that have shaped us and told us who and what to be in the world are optional. They are not have-tos. There are always, what do I want to say, consequences for actions. But all of these things that have been drilled into us, I'm going to pull religion out because that's a big one. You will go to hell if you masturbate. You will go to hell if you have sex outside of marriage. You will go to hell, XYZ, if you're gay. You are damned if you have sex outside of a certain position. People right now, I just find it boggling for humanity that we still are so set in those ways and so believing of that in certain contexts. People still believe that if I masturbate, I'm going to hell. It used to be that, 100, 200 years ago, if you had sex outside of the missionary position, you were going to hell. And now that's changed. I can tell you right now, the Catholic Church is not touting the missionary position as, if you go outside of this, you'll go to hell. It changes. Like, it's culture. It is not the permanence of universal law or what truly matters at all. It is all optional, all of those things. So it's just understanding we get to choose. We get to choose. So it's not set in stone. It is the edges of our movable box, and we can move those edges however we want.
I love that, and there's so many layers to it too when you kind of look at like what's passed down and like from where it's coming from. And I know we have talked about this too, even like coming down to how like expression is through even like, maybe what one is wearing and how they want to show up. And
Mm-hmm.
not too long ago, and I don't know when, I feel like you're the one who brought this up, but right, like having the leg being, or those ankles be like in view, right? It was just a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, that's an ankle. Wait, what is that? And it would just be like, oh, that's a lot, right? But you look at it now, and I mean, ladies be wearing things that are not covering their ankles. So it just like pushing the edge of what society deems appropriate, because that's just made up. This is all made up stuff. So it's all coming down to how one wants to show up in their body, how they want to show up with people around them, how they want to live in it and be free and flow. And it can change from one moment to another. Because if we're really looking at all of these beliefs that we grew up with, they came from somewhere. And until we start to clear them, we think that's what we want. That's what we desire a lot of the times. And so it's clearing and clearing and clearing so that we can finally say, what is it? What the heck do I actually want? What do
Mm-hmm.
I actually want? And that can be a really big healing journey. And that's something only this vessel can do. Like there's no outside influence that really can support what I need to do here and like clear out. So once that's starting to clear out, it's like, this is actually how I want to show up. That is actually really an edge for me. I don't like that. This is actually a desire. Actually doing the work and then seeing the beliefs are not ours, release them. And then just start to figure out what one wants, and be able to then to express it, or see, is there, if we're not feeling safe in expressing it, go dive in deeper to see like, why is it that I don't feel safe to express it? So it's definitely
Mm-hmm.
all interlinked there, but it's all good time.
Yes. Yeah. And from someone who has now for how many years sat with angels and ascended masters and all sorts of wonderful interdimensional beings, not one of them has ever said, you are going to hell because of XYZ, ever.
Yeah.
Not once.
No.
Period. So those are the people I care about.
Yeah.
That's who I listen to. That's where what do I want to say? My measuring stick comes from when it comes to love, values, and morals.
Yeah.
They are perpetual love. They are unending compassion, and there's nothing in humanity that is damnable.
Yeah.
As horrible things happen here, that energy, that love is non-denominational, and it goes to everyone and everything, period. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah.
So it is our choice to do what we do, and it is our choice to create what we create. And we cannot pawn any of it off on God. We can't say, oh, I'm doing this because I'll be damned, or I'm doing this, because I have to, because God's making me, or God said. And I'm like, yeah, God didn't say crap. It is what we choose to create and who we are. And that's a lot of power and a lot of responsibility. And a lot of people are afraid of that. But I can guarantee you there's nothing about you that would turn you away from that love or make you unacceptable.
It feels like a powerful message to end on there. So with that, I'm gonna throw up your info here. See where people can find you.
That's me. That's where I'm at. Our stuff.
So I don't know if you want to like share your website and anything that you're doing. Yeah, they want us to feel called to share.
Yep. I'm doing weekly channeled messages for humanity. So all sorts of beings are coming through. Last week it was the Pleiadians. I feel like they come in like they Pleiadians were here tonight. I feel like they come in stints, like it was Archangel Michael week, and now it's the Pleiadians have been coming through for people. And I do it because I'm fascinated and I want to give this invisible world that exists a place to come through and speak about what is for humanity's highest good once a week. It comes out on Sunday. And friends, there are extraterrestrials that come through. That's who the Pleiadians are. There are angels that come through. There are elementals that come through. We have so much help and so much love. And there are beings that come through. I'm like, I love you. I can feel your love. Who and what are you? So much love, so much help for us. Again, that's why I say when you look at the craziness of the world, please have great hope and faith because there is more help out there than you think. But that's why I do those channeled messages so that a message can come through for humanity once a week. And I love to see who shows up. We've had dragons, all sorts of beings. So we are so supported. We are so loved. And lots of people, you don't know who and what your guides are. I'm telling you right now. So I do spirit guide readings too. And please tune in to my website. There's a lot of good information on there. And I'm happy to answer any questions. Just reach out to me.
Stuff up there.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now I can hear you. I couldn't hear you for a minute.
So put my stuff up there, myawakeningwithin.com. If you're looking for a one-on-one session, energy healing, Akashic enlightenment sessions, readings, clearings, attunements. I am doing group online attunements starting on January 28th. They're weekly 9 attunements working with helping one to permanently change our energy structure so we remember how to hold more light as there is more light coming in. There will be less resistant when our field is more aware of that energy. So the attunements will definitely help with turbulent times. So check out there. Just go to my website, sign up for my newsletter. And just one last time here, guys, Erotic Spirit Podcast.com. Feel free to leave a anonymous question in the Spirit Guides After Dark section if you want us to review it for next time and be anonymous in your question. And come subscribe to our podcast and binge watch all the episodes. So thank you everyone, and bye for now.